أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Dear brothers, Assalamu alaikum. Today I am going to continue my talk on a very important topic of the compilation of the Kitabullah, Furqan Hamid and Kitab-e-Aziz, and seek further guidance from the Kitab-e-Aziz itself, that what does it say about the compilation of the Quran-e-Hakim. I'm going to commence today's talk with the recitation of the verse number 17 of the Surah Al-Qiyamah, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Inna alayna jam'ahu wa Qur'ana. For behold, it is for us to gather it and to cause it to be read. In this verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as talked in the previous talk, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taken the full responsibility about the gathering and compilation and the arrangement of the surahs and the verses of the Kitabullah, Kitab-e-Aziz. And now I'm going to recite a few verses from the Surah Abasa, which is the verse number 80 of the Kitab-e-Aziz, and seek further guidance. I'm going to recite from verse number 11 to verse number 16. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Qalla innaha tazkira. Nay, verily, these messages are but a reminder. So let us concentrate. Allah ta'ala is saying, Qalla innaha tazkira. Indeed, this Quran-e-Hakim is a remembrance, is a reminder, and al-zikr is also an attributary name of the Kitabullah, as we have covered in one of our previous talks, that al-zikr means reminder, is an attribute of the Kitab-e-Aziz. In the verse number 12, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Faman sha'a zakara. And so whoever is willing may remember him. Let us concentrate. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Faman sha'a zakara. So whosoever shows an inner intent and desire and makes an effort to be guided, for in this book there is a reminder for him. And if he or that person follows the commandments and the teachings of the Kitab-e-Aziz, then he will be honored, he will receive dignity and praise in this life and the life after that, that is the Akhirah. So this book will be a source of honor, dignity and praise for the humanity if the humanity adheres to the teachings of this book. In verse number 13, Surah Abasa, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that this tazkira, means Quran-e-Hakim, is contained in Fi Suhufim Mukarrama, meaning in the light of his revelations blessed with dignity. Let us concentrate on this verse. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying Fi Suhufim Mukarrama, that this Al-Kitab, means Quran-e-Hakim, is contained in Suhuf. Let us concentrate on this word Suhuf. Suhuf is a noun, is a plural form of the word Sahifa, which literally denotes the leaves of a book or scrolls and is synonymous with Al-Kitab. Sahifa is a written piece of paper or of a skin, writing or thing written in a form of a book or a volume. Other common words which are derivatives of this word, which are used in the Arabic language, are ashafa, which means bound or stitched together like a book, and sahaf, which means a bookseller. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying this Al-Kitab, this Quran-e-Hakim, is contained in the form of a book. And this book is mukarrama, means this book is stainless, spotless, irreproachable, and is full of magnanimity and nobility of character, honored and exalted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now I'm going to recite the verse number 14 of Surah Abasa, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is further saying that marfu'atim mutahhara, meaning lofty and pure. Marfu'atim means the ranks of this Al-Kitab has been raised by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Mutahhara means clean, pure, holy and chaste. So these Suhuf means this Al-Kitab, the ranks of this book has been raised by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and is pure, clean and holy. In verse number 15, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Bi aidi safara, borne by the hands of the messengers. Let us concentrate on this verse. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Bi aidi means with the hands of. Safara means scriber, recorder, writer. So this book has been written by the writers, scribers and recorders, and our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to record, scribe and let the Sahaba Kiram alayhimus salam write the wahi as it used to reveal to him. So he used to record the wahi, means revelations, onto different pages, and these suhuf have been praised by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the qualities of these safara, means the Sahaba Kiram alayhimus salam, which were selected by our beloved Prophet and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to record the revelation, has been described in the verse number 16, Kiramim Barara, meaning noble and most virtuous. So Kiramim means someone who has got the magnanimity and nobility of character, and someone who has been honored and exalted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Barara is derived from the word bir, and Abrar is another form, a derivative form of bir. These are the individuals who have attained the best level of virtue, or the most highest level of piety. These are called Barara, means Abrar or Barara. So the Sahaba Kiram alayhimus salam, who used to write down the revelation under the instructions of the beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they have been praised by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it was given the form of a book. That's why the word used in this surah is fi suhufim mukarrama. Now I'm going to cross-reference into Surah Al-Ala about the word suhuf and seek further guidance. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in verse number 18, Inna haza lafis suhufil ula. Verily all this had been said in earlier revelations, or verily all this has been said in the earlier books. Suhufi Ibrahim wa Musa, in the books of the Abraham and Moses, or in the revelations of the Abraham alayhi salam and Musa alayhi salam. So this word suhuf was used in Surah Al-Ala. So another very important testimony that the arrangement of the surahs and the verses of the Kitabullah was done under the instruction of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they were done by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam during his lifetime. I'm going to narrate a couple of verses from the Kitab-e-Aziz as a testimony that the arrangement of the verses and the surahs was done by our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam under the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In verse number 23 of the Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَإِن كُنْتُمْ فِي رَيْبٍ مِّمَّا نَزَّلْنَا عَلَىٰ عَبْدِنَا فَأْتُوا بِسُورَةٍ مِّن مِّثْلِهِ. And if you doubt any part of what we have bestowed from on high, step by step, upon our servant, then produce a surah of similar merit. Surah Al-Baqarah is the second surah of the Kitab-e-Aziz, and before Surah Al-Baqarah, the surah which has been talked of here is likely Surah Al-Fatiha, and the disbelievers are asked to produce a single surah, which is the Surah Al-Fatiha, of similar merit of Surah Fatiha. if they have got any doubt in what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed onto the heart of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And in verse number 11, Surah Hud, in Surah 11, which is the Surah Hud, in verse number 13, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has again pledged and made a claim to the kuffar, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Am yakulu naftara kul fa'tu bi ashri suwarim misli. And so they assert Muhammad himself has invented this Quran. Say unto them, produce then 10 surahs of similar merit. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made a pledge, has made a claim to the kuffar. If you have got any doubt, and if you think that this Quran Hakim has been has been invented, is a fabrication, then then bring 10 surah of similar merit. Here has a claim has been made for 10 surahs, because Surah Hud is the 11th surah of the Kitab-e-Aziz, and before this surah 10 surahs have already been laid down in Kitabullah. This is a testimony that the arrangement of the verses and the surahs of the Kitab-e-Aziz was done by our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu under the commandments and the instructions of the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In Surah Al-Ma'idah, verse number 3, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Al-yawma akmaltu lakum deenakum wa atmamtu alaykum ni'mati wa razitu lakumul islam deena. Today have I perfected your religious law for you, and have bestowed upon you the full measure of my blessings, and willed that self-surrender unto me shall be your religion. So in the verse number 3 of the Surah Al-Ma'idah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that on this day, Al-yawma akmaltu lakum deenakum, that I have perfected your religious law, and watmamtu alaykum ni'mati, and have bestowed upon you the full measure of my blessing, wa razitu lakum al-islam deena, and willed that self-surrendered unto me shall be your religion. So this verse tells us about the completion of the process of the revelation of the Kitabullah, Furqan Hamid, Kitab-e-Aziz. Allah forgive me if there's any shortcoming in the delivery of the message. So the main topic of the today's talk, that the Allah has taken the full responsibility of the compilation, gathering, and the arrangement of the verses and the surahs of the Kitab-e-Aziz, and our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has advised the Sahaba Karam alayhimus salam to record the revelation, and it was done under the eyes of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the form of a book, which is the Suhuf, and these noble Sahaba Karam alayhimus salam have been praised by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that they have got great character and they were at the highest level of virtue. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive me if there's any shortcoming in the delivery of the message. Rabbana la tu'akhizna in nasina wa akhtana, Rabbana wa la tahmil alayna isran kama hamaltahu wa lallazina min qablina, Rabbana wa la tuhammilna ma la taqata lana bih, wa'fu anna waghfir lana warhamna anta maulana fansurna ala al-qawmil kafirin, la ilaha illa anta subhanaka inni kuntu minaz zalimin, rabbi ighfir warham wa anta khairur rahimin. Jazakumullah khair.